Good afternoon. This is my final presentation for what I like to call the Open Doors Collective, a real job fair, not just people talking in circles. The less fortunate students and a community who wants to help. We bring those two together at our door, the Open Door. Our mission is to give opportunity to college students who didn't think they had one because of their circumstances, like a low GPA. We fight segregation as our social purpose, involving students in the community. We also help colleges improve their graduation rates. The social business canvas model helped me navigate my thinking process and tackling these problems. Our mission in serving business owners, institutes, and less fortunate college students. Why this issue has persisted. Higher class and lower class graduates and the problems they face. As we tend to see with higher class graduate students, is they often come from a more fortunate place as far as financial stability, as far as a family who cares, a family who is willing to give them the tools they need to succeed. And as we see with the less fortunate students, they might not have the same resources around them to do that. So what happens is, obviously, the higher fortunate students have more support. Therefore, they're often leading to a higher GPA ratio. But anyone who attends college is there because they want to further their education, and this needs to be a priority, regardless of academic standing. The positive change. Opportunity for less fortunate college students around the United States, improve graduation ratios, and help businesses find the hungry individual ready to learn and work. Improve government, improve environment by getting students interested in volunteering, as some people did for them, getting more individuals involved in the community. As we see, if a less fortunate student goes to the Open Door Collective and they see enough people who care about their own success, they're more likely to do a favor in return. Who will pay for this? The school commissions, volunteers, donators, witnesses who help receive good workers. Or what I like to think, future franchise owners that we provide for businesses, we get commission from that as well. But that is not our goal. Now, I'll go over my theory of change. If a less fortunate student receives an opportunity to achieve something they didn't believe was possible, with enough support to know they can too, I believe they will succeed. Then the student will recognize their potential and learn to challenge themselves, what it's really like to sit at that table. Then the student has a higher probability of staying enrolled at the college, leading to higher graduation rates with the institute, being involved in the program similar in the future, and have a new perspective on what's possible. With the right people, conversation, and work ethic. Because most golden ticket opportunities are held back from low GPA students, as we see with scholarships, as we see with Pell Grants. Students creating this false narrative in the community that I can't, while also reaffirming the nature of those less fortunate. While also reaffirming the nature of those fortunate, that they are better than those who didn't have a shot, which we all know to not be true. Both segregating the institute, the community, longer term dividing individuals who could have worked together to change the world. One might ask, what values are we providing for the students, the businesses, and the schools? For the schools, we improve their graduation rates, the student success, and campus involvement overall. For businesses, we provide good workers. For the students, we provide an opportunity to work with others and make an impact in their community that they can see. Our outreach, the Open Door Collective Job Fair, is direct. Sourcing volunteers and past business owners and current business owners with intention of hiring and setting up interviews on campus relative to the courses they study. As we see with different institutes, often their fields of study are quite narrow, with social sciences, health sciences, business. So what we will do is provide local and well-known relative businesses, relative communities who are in the pursuit of the same space. So to make it more relative to each institution we visit, as we will be going around the entire states. As far as our success team, our goal is to bring less fortunate students and community who wants to help together at our door, the open door. What we see is a student coming in, they're already, let's say, they're in the field of study for entrepreneurship. They talk to a business owner, a couple of business owners. They get some questions answered. They figure out, okay, this is something I want to do. Maybe I want to be an undergrad study for this person. We set them up with their HR team. That HR team then gives them an interview date. We set them up with a success team member, aka somebody who's going to help them prepare for that interview and set them up for success. Because as we tend to see with less fortunate students, they tend to undervalue the opportunity around them because they don't really see the true potential as compared to higher GPA students whose parents cram in them the opportunity and what's really possible as they see it on a regular basis. We're bridging the gap between higher GPA students and lower GPA students so they can reach the same destination, regardless of circumstances. We build trust through success stories, graduation rates, student surveying, and student on-campus volunteering involvement. We empower our beneficiaries by delivering value to all facets of our reach, students, businesses, and institutes. Open Door Collective, our core activities, the job fair, preparation meetings prior to the event with the businesses that are going to be present, the volunteers that are going to be present. We want to make sure each individual has the ready-to-help mentality to help students set up for successful interviews. To deliver value, impact consistently, we must visit different and broad universities / community colleges and around the U.S. Our key assets are booking a proper space, having the ready-to-help individuals to attend the job fair, which I believe is the most difficult, as we tend to see at current job fairs, the lack of enthusiasm. Setting each student up with a success team advisor, post-confirmed interview, and a funnel for students to know about opportunity around them. And this can be improved with marketing. Funds to invite true community change makers, current and past. Now, these current change makers, what's their expertise that they can bring to the table at our door, the open door? Well, business owners provide the wisdom, the knowledge, the network to answers for the entrepreneurs who have questions, who are wanting to learn and grow. From real-world experience, success teams, advisors for students to be prepared for a successful interview, our volunteers from organizations providing information and real on-site experience, and our HR/hiring staff connections to place an interview, regardless of social constructs at that current institute, like a low GPA, high GPA individual. Who makes it possible? Our volunteers, the institutes, the students, the donators who believe in the goal to allow for less fortunate students to have a shot at success, to be in a learn to grow environment. Our revenue comes from donators, institutes, possible commission for finding the next franchise owner. Our cost structure, the biggest expense is sourcing local and well-known business owners to be involved and paying for business owners to help with student needs. As we tend to see, entrepreneurs, their time is on a crunch. They're kind of a little more difficult to get in through the door. So what we do is pay them a fee, pay them a rate. They come and help us out. Not only do they help us out, they're helping the school out. They're helping the community out. They're helping their future workers out. How would you feel to work at a company and meeting the owner prior to even starting? You'll have a lot more respect and your approach will be changed, especially for less fortunate students who might not have received that opportunity as a higher GPA student might have received. As we tend to see, once students are in the hole, they tend to dig the hole continuously. How do we scale multiple job fairs a year with diverse institutes? In conclusion, our social impact is more volunteers and pursuing individuals to achieve success regardless of circumstances. Financial stability, higher graduation rates, degree usage, and hard workers for businesses. Positive feedback loops, eliminating false narratives around low GPA students. For sustainable and feasible, heavy on community involvement and setting students up for success. I believe if you're in school, you too should benefit from a given opportunity, regardless of academic standing. That's my final presentation. My name's Amador, and my Open Door Collective is for all students, including students with a lower GPA academic standing.